What's up, guys? CedoCards here with another video. Guys, as usual, thank you so much for the support. It's been great. Views have been, really the comments have been great. Loads of back and forth in the comments. And really that's one of the reasons why I'm making this video. Shout out to R2Bot. If you watch this, obviously you know who you are. He asked me to look into the arcane, the arcane cards, or the Chinese ones, to kind of look at the pricing point there. And I think I've been avoiding the Chinese cards for some time. Of course, if you guys remember, really one of the first videos I did was about the Chinese Project K. And I am interested in the Chinese cards. It's always good to look at that initial price point before it then hits the English market. But I guess the issue when it comes to Chinese cards is more so that, in Pokemon you have, the Japanese collectible items, which are, not very sought out after. There is a demand for that in the English space, but I think the issue as it relates to China and the difference is that, I suppose the conversation is that there isn't as much soft power as it comes to collecting Chinese items. And for those that don't know the term, it's kind of the idea. Japan is seen as that really cool place to go to. There's anime, there's ramen, there's all this kawaii, that whole space, that whole sphere. That the gaming, Nintendo, so and so kind of has that soft power in terms of culture. But China doesn't have that. China has largely remained distant and separate to a lot of the global space for the reasons they've chosen. And of course, China is doing fantastic. China is ultimately a very successful country. Infrastructure is fantastic, and I can go on and on. But it doesn't have that soft power as such, so that collectability demand isn't there as such. So of course, it has its own market. But that's mainly why I haven't been touching on the prices so much. I look at them initially, and then I kind of gauge what I think the prices will be from an English standpoint. But I haven't looked at it, I haven't been keeping up with it too much. But of course, I wanted to have this video just to go through both the arcane cards as well as the Spirit Forge cards, and at least the ones we're seeing so far, and what I think we could be seeing in terms of English prices. Of course, I did the same for Origins. I was correct in some parts, I was off in other parts as well, and I was off in many parts as well. So just looking really to have that same conversation, to do the same as it relates to Spirit Forge. As usual, guys, if you're enjoying your time here, leave us a like, leave us a comment. If you want to subscribe, that'd be pretty awesome. And just before, we're about 2.5 minutes already. If you're around the UK, we do have the UK Riftbound Discord. If you see on my screen at the moment, we do giveaways. There's stock restocks. I did give away, and obviously we are discussing a lot of Chinese cards. I did give away the old Project K cards to a number of different people. This is the leader cards in Chinese. Again, if you're in the UK, because this is mainly for the UK, we're giving away a booster box. We will do the same for Spirit Forge if I can get my hands on some, Jesus. And again, I've given away, which we'll go through as well, the Chinese Project K New Year's promo card, the Lunar Year promo card. If you guys remember the one from yesterday, gave that away as well. And yeah, so again, if you're in the UK, definitely check that out. And so yeah, again, we'll spend this whole video really just going through mostly Chinese cards, and I thought I wanted to really touch on this here. Again, this is the Project K box. Again, for those that don't know, I've mentioned it a few times, Riftbound was originally known as Project K. This is when they were still, finalizing things, working things out, and this was initially meant to be an only Chinese only TCG, and they eventually made the decision to make it a global TCG, currently only in English and Chinese, but they are planning French next, the French team market next. So currently this is effectively, it predates Riftbound, and there are some really cool cards which you will see shortly. But we are seeing this sealed box go for $485 right now in Chinese. It shows out of stock. And we will see in the English version as well. Now I'll touch on the English one briefly, and that's the only English things I'll go through today. We see the English version, and if you notice, you can differentiate this between the current 2025 Riftbound trial decks and this one, in that this one says League of Legends and Shining Soul, whereas the 2025 ones that you were receiving a number of events last year, it said Riftbound on the box. So that's how you differentiate between the two. This one is super rare. This one shows here 13,000 best offer, and it was picked up for 8,000. We have seen sales of 12,000 for this, for example, $12,000. It fluctuates up and down, but this is effectively the holy grail of Riftbound at the moment. Nothing else comes close to this. Of course, you know, a black label kaisa, if that comes out, will be worth loads, but this is the holy grail in terms of sealed boxes. And sorry, I had that twice. And then again, sorry, I just had one more thing I want to discuss. That's English. We're seeing probably some bad actors. This here is Riftbound Origins release promo bundle. Now, this is supposedly in the description the Nexus Knight kit. So this to me sounds as though there are booster packs in here that potentially have the GG Easy Teemo. Now, I don't know what to think about that. I don't think local game stores should be selling it on the market like this. I think they should be opening it for people to get at local nights. That's just my opinion. I'm not too happy, but it is what it is. It's just the market. And this sold for 2.4k. So that's it's a pretty penny. And if I had the money, I'd probably buy it for the same price as well. I know I wouldn't really buy it, but if I had the money and I wanted to buy it and actually take the decision to, you know, buy this from the bad actor, 2.4k sounds pretty solid, because that GG Easy is so dope. Okay, so looking at first off, just want to look at the Arcane box set. Of course, the Arcane box set is coming out next month in English. So I do want to take, you know, as requested by R2Bot, just taking a look at the prices, and I think it's quite interesting. So we're seeing here the Vi, a PSA 10. Really, if you want to look at the graded, I can't really find any non-graded. We're looking at Vi here, PSA 10 for about $140, and you know, I really think these cards will do very well on the English scene. Just my expectation and thoughts, just seeing how Riftbound Origins has, you know, started super high and it's dropped quite a bit. I think we'd be looking at maybe $400 for PSA 10 for Vi for this in English, personally, over time. We have Jinx here for $290. Now, Jinx will hold the premium, no doubt. And it's, as you see, Jinx holds the premium. I think we're looking at a solid $700 PSA 10. I think that price will drop considerably though. Again, for two reasons. I think we're still seeing that crazy in quotation marks Jinx, not the feminine Jinx that we kind of know Jinx for. I wish I brought up the card before, but you guys have seen before the Project K card. If I didn't see it, Project K. The Project K card I talk about over and over again, you know, where it shows Jinx in a more womanly manner. It should be right, I'm skipping past it, right here. This one here, which shows Jinx in more womanly manner, there's more of a feminine energy to her, whereas the current Jinx that we're seeing in Arcane, for example, is very much just, I'm crazy. There's nothing to me except craziness. So this Jinx, I don't think will hold as much of a premium as the Jinx that we know that is more of a woman, for example. This one is going for 290. I do think probably the peak will be about 700. That's my opinion. It could be up, it could be more, it could be less. And I think that we're looking at probably 700, but I'll probably dip down to like 500, 550. Sorry. Sorry for those wearing earphones, I apologize. We have Caitlyn as well. Again, not that it's a bad card, but again, this Caitlyn isn't the Caitlyn we know. Of course, it is an adaptation of the Caitlyn character, but it's not going to hold the same premium as, say, just the standard Caitlyn card. And interestingly enough, I look forward to seeing a Caitlyn Legend, not just Caitlyn Legend, but a Caitlyn Signet signed card, and overnumbered. I think that's going to hold a premium. To be honest, I'm not ready for how much that would cost. It's going to cost a lot. It's going to hold a good premium, because Caitlyn's Caitlyn. You know, Caitlyn's Caitlyn. Victor. So this one here probably like 300. I think it's going to drop quite considerably. There isn't a premium as it relates for this. I don't think there'll be a premium. I think this would be like $300 PSA 10 personally, especially because this is going to be flooded. You know, the market's going to be flooded with the Riftbound English set. We're seeing $150 here in dollars for Victor, again PSA 10. Probably seeing similar 300. I mean, Victor's actually probably about 400-ish. But again, we are going to be flooded eventually. This, I take it back. This might be like 500 because it's a double-looking card. But again, it's not the Machine Herald Victor that we all know and love. You know what I mean? So as much as it is a cool card, and people who have come from the Arcane, who have come to League of Legends and come to Riftbound from Arcane, will enjoy it a lot, because this is the Victor, the only Victor they know. So I think this might hold a premium. That's why I think it'll hold a premium, or maybe 500. But I don't think it'll go much more than that, personally. Again, I could be wrong. Heimerdinger, I think this won't be too bad because I think Heimerdinger 1 is a love character, love champion, and so he'll hold a premium in that sense because it's League of Legends. He's so annoying. I mean, you hardly see him anywhere anymore, but he's annoying, but we love him. You know, he's kind of like Teemo. Teemo, you see, Heimerdinger's annoying and we love him. Teemo, we hate him, but we love him. Heimerdinger, he's annoying, but I think he'll hold. I think he'll probably be around 400 personally, just a bit higher than say Vi and like Warwick, which we'll see next. I mean, Warwick, I don't even know who this is. I don't even know who this is. Like, I don't know what this is. Like, you know, League fans don't understand. Like, who is this guy? Like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. Like, okay. So this, I think this will be like, I don't know, like it'll probably be like $300. It might spike a little bit because this is the only work we have right now, the only work that's currently in Riftbound. But like, who is that guy? I don't know. And then just briefly before we go to you know, other things in the Chinese space, we have the Riftbound Arcane box. Okay, this one's open, but it's just the picture. They are selling it sealed. It is selling for about $490 right now, and I think that's a good premium. I think that's a good price. There are much fewer of these. I've heard that there are only 5,000 of this, but I could be wrong. I believe someone said there's 5,000 Arcane in Chinese that were released. So this is going to definitely be quite rare in the future. So I think this is a fine price, and it has been out since I want to say like July last year. It's been out for a while. So we're looking at $490. Respectable price. Very cool cards in there. Great sealed. Again, if you are lucky to get them on PSA 10s, they're a great hold. Yes, the English will probably dwarf the price. That's just going to be the case. However, I do think that this is still a great card to get and hold. Okay, moving on to a few Project K cards, again in Chinese. Again, this is the card I gave away. Again, it's pretty cool that these are holding a bit of a pretty penny. You know, this is about $115 in Chinese. This sold just end of December. So if anyone that I gave it to still has it, I'd say hold on to it. Probably grade it as soon as you can, really. But it's looking at $115, whereas the English version, I can't even remember. I should have found the English version. It's been a while. I mean, the PSA 10 was selling for like $2,000. So I think the raw was going for like $800. But you don't really see the raw because really, who's gonna sell this? This is so rare. You may as well grade it. And we see here I really couldn't find. I was trying to find the Abbas because they're so red. Like, it's really hard to find them. But we see a pack of 4 sold recently for $480. Again, this is the Yasuo, the Volibear, the Jinx, and the, you know, Machine Herald Victor, old school Victor. This sold for $480. You can kind of gauge. You know, if Yasuo was 100 and something, Jinx holds the highest premium. At least for English, probably does, you know, maybe does for Chinese. Victor, there's Volibear, selling about $480. So maybe they're all about, maybe Yasuo's $115, they say Jinx like $200, and then the Yabas are like $60 each. And then we also see the trial decks outside of the sealed box. So this is what comes, you know, inside the box. These sold for $420. So of course you would prefer to have to be sealed, but if not, at least this is how it's seen. And I should still have this on my YouTube, one of the shorts, where you can see these boxes. And yeah, so this is how they look once you open the box. And yeah. Then looking at, again, I've tried to find as many as I can. This is the Jinx PSA 10, the leader in Chinese. This sold for about $760 in Chinese, but of course for English it's selling for about 2.4k, at least the last time I saw a sale. You see Victor here. I couldn't find it in English, in PSA, but we see a CGC sell for about 700, CGC 10, and again, respectable numbers. You know, Jinx here for 760, Victor here. They are very rare, so I would grab them at whatever reasonable price point you can, really, because they're just so rare to find. And then lastly, sorry, I did mean to look at this before I went to Project K. We then see this as a collection, the Arcane set, and we are generally seeing it sell for $1,000. it was selling earlier on at about 1.6k, but I believe once they announced Riftbound English, people just started to hold this in a less of a premium, simply because they realized, okay, there's going to be so much more demand and supply. I mean, I was so close to buying an Arcane Chinese. Literally, more or less the next day, I would have decided to buy the Chinese box set, and then they announced that the English was coming out. Because I was watching this, the Chinese box set is around 800, 400 something right now. I was watching it since it was like £107, just climbing and climbing and climbing. And I was like, okay, I need to buy it now before it's out of reach. And then they announced the English set, and I was like, okay, thank goodness, I don't have to do that anymore. We're looking at 1,000 for the whole set. So I do wonder, and this is sequential as well. So I wonder how much a sequential set. One, it means that we are seeing quite a few of these. It does suggest that the print quality is good, that you can get a sequential set. We're probably looking at, I don't know, I'm not sure. I don't know, maybe like 2.2k. I mean, it's a sequential set, so it's gonna hold a premium. Maybe like 3k. I want to say 3k. Let's say 3k. I could be wrong. Let's say 3.5k. Could be. We will revisit that in the future. But I'm thinking 3.5k at the moment in terms of dollars when the English set comes out. Personally. Cool. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to bring up, again, I mentioned it before, the Chinese Teemo card from Project K. So this is the item I gave away in one of the giveaways in the UK Riftbound Discord. This is going now for about $500. It's starting to hold a premium because they aren't really, there's no English version. It is just this Chinese version. And when I gave it away, it was up $100, £100, and I was happy with it. Happy to give it away, just to, build up the community slowly. And the GG Easy Teemo card is going for 140 right now. 168, 140, 160. I would buy this definitely, because this is a great app to have. English, Chinese, I would just grab this. 140, 125. I would really grab this if you could, because the English is being swept up, and it's going to be hard to find these very soon. There aren't many, there's quite a few in Chinese at the moment, but yeah, I would just swipe up as many as you can. If I was vending right now, and if I had the cash to vend, I would literally just sweep up all of this in all at once, so the price can't gradually climb. I'll just buy up all of it. And yeah. Okay, so last part of the video, looking at the Spirit Force cards. So I tried to find many signed versions, but I couldn't. I could find basically two, being the Yone and the Teemo. So we see the Yone signed here sell for $338. We can see that two left are available. Two are available. One has been sold, so there were three initially. This is going for $338. Of course, loads of things to take into consideration. One, there's few supply, mainly because I'm sure most of the supply is being sold within China, within their own market. Two, the game is still Spirit Forge is still very fresh, so there aren't as many pulled, but we are seeing around 338. What do I think? I think, because this is kind of like it's not a waifu card, but it's like the equivalent for men in that sense. So I'm thinking this is like, it's gonna hold a premium in that sense as well. It's a cool looking card, but it's not like the Yasuo from Origins, which is just dope. This is like it's just a cool looking card with like kind of, that sort of samurai vibe to it. I am thinking, personally, because again, I was thinking Yasuo would be worth so much more. Clearly the waifus have the real premium. So I'm looking at 1,000. I think 1,000 is where I'm sitting right now, and I think it will drop considerably. But I'm thinking 1,000 right now for this. Do I think you should buy it at 1,000? Absolutely not. Take your time and wait. And I'll say that loads and loads of times. Take your time and wait once they come out, because once the market gets flooded, and again they are printing more and more now that they know that the demand is heavy and excessive. They are printing more and more, so we will see more and more flood the market. So I would say wait. It will probably drop to like 800, 700, 600, like we're seeing currently with Yasuo and other cards. So just wait a bit, but I think it will launch at like 1,000. We see Teemo, the Teemo signed as well. You can see here Mo Yan selling for $250. I think Teemo, he already has one card, from Origins. I think that there is no way fatigue already, so there's no card fatigue like Teemo fatigue. But I do think because there is a card already, it's not going to be as sought out after. So I'm thinking we're looking at like 700 for the card at launch max personally, and I could be wrong. Let's say it's $700 and probably just drop to like $400 personally. Again, there's a bit of fatigue. Now Ahri, you know, I think this is gonna hold an extreme premium. This is the non-signed, but I'm just gonna give a price for the signed. I think the signed version is going to be like 1.6k out the gate. I could be wrong. And look at the surfacing. This is a very good design card as far as the quality of the card, you know, the print. It's a good looking card, and this will do well. It's gonna be like, this is the premium ultimate waifu card right now. I know they are going to do a waifu set, and when they do that, it's going to be crazy and excessive. So I do think the signed card out of the gate will be like 1.6. It will drop, obviously. And I say it will drop, but Kaisa is continuing to climb. So I don't know. I have no clue. But that's my speculation right now. And I think the non-signed version is probably going to be like 700, 600 initially, but it will drop, obviously. It will drop. Aphelios, I think and for the Yone, I think the non-signed is going to be like, I don't know, like 200, maybe like 300 initially, but it will drop, definitely. The Aphelios, looking at $30 here, the non-signed. I think signed, it might be like 500, 600. Like it's cool, but it's nothing too flashy. And here's just the non-signed Yone going for 30, and this one here went for 30 as well. But this one here going for 16. I think this would be pretty cool. It won't hold a premium at all. It's a very cool card, but we're looking at probably like signed, probably like 550. I mean, it may start off higher than that. It probably will start off higher than that, but I think it will drop to like 550, and then maybe like sit around 400 personally. And the non-signed probably let's go for like 200, 250 initially. Now Soraka, such a cute card, going for 36 here for the non-signed. I think we're looking at like 700 for the signed version, personally. I could be wrong as well. Now the waifu effect, Soraka will have the waifu effect. Yes, she's not Ahri, and she's not like, doesn't display as much of a woman body. However, Soraka is still Soraka. I think she'll still be like a wifey, so I could be wrong in saying 700. She might be like 1,000 as well. I don't know. And non-signed probably like 200, 250 as well. Teemo, we've discussed it. Yeah, I think the non-signed Teemo would be like 250, 200, 250. So maybe just with the time we have, we're about 23 minutes. I will skip the legend cards and the overnumbered that aren't signed, and we'll just stay with the Spirit Blossom set. So Yasuo, again, I think it's obvious that Yasuo doesn't hold as much of a premium as I thought. I think this should probably go for like 700, 800 signed off the gate. Maybe a bit more initially, but it's going to drop considerably quite fast and go to like 600, 500 signed version. And the non-signed would be like 100 as well, similar to what we're seeing now. Karma, again, gorgeous card. Waifu, I imagine it may, I think initially probably go for like 700 as well, similar to Soraka. But being a waifu card, probably it may go up to like 1,000 as well, 1,100, 1,200. Because Karma again is more of a woman compared to the build they've given, the body they've given Soraka. So looking at maybe 1,000, 1,100, 1,200. Itching closer to Ahri, but perhaps not having the same premium that Ahri has. But you never know. I was extremely wrong when it came to Origins. And then non-signed, probably looking at, I think the non-signed will drop quite quickly, probably like 200, and then drop quite quickly, to be honest. Set continues to exceed my expectations. I do think though a bit of fatigue because he was already in the original set. This will probably go for like 700 as well max, and then it'll just dip quite quickly as well. And then the non-signed, again, probably 200, 250. I think it will remain those prices and then dip considerably. Aphelios, we saw that. Irelia. She will hold a premium for sure. Absolutely. So this, I think Irelia is going to be like out the gate, like 1.3k out the gate. And then she may just keep climbing. It's a sick card. Irelia is dope. I think the non-sign would be like 400 initially as well. Irelia is a dope character. Very dope character. So probably I think she'll hold a premium. She's not waifu, she's just a really dope character, and she's a woman. So I think she'll do really well. And then lastly, Vayne. Vayne. Man, I don't know. It's so weird seeing Vayne in this sort of waifu, art style. It's just weird. So I think she will hold a premium because some men are just some men. We're looking at probably about 900, I want to say 900-ish, because it's Vayne. There's a disconnect because we just know Vayne not to be kind of waifu. So looking at probably 900-ish, but it'll probably drop a bit because again, it's just weird seeing Vayne like that. But I could be wrong. I could be extremely wrong, and yeah, so I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Okay, so this video's going for about 26 minutes. I think we'll leave it there. I may cut this in half. I may not. You'll probably see it how you see it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. And I am interested in how Spirit Forge does. Again, it's out in less than a month. So we'll have loads more data as soon as that comes out. And yeah, like usual, man, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm appreciating the conversation so far. It's been great. I'm having a great time. And yeah, let me know what you want me to look at next. And we'll do it. I think, we'll leave it there. Thanks, guys. CedoCards out. Talk to you soon. Thank you.